in response to your question about what we've been working on, I figured it'd be easier to just make a video. And I made the other video last week, so I don't even remember what I said on there, so if I repeat myself, I apologize. So he seems to have like a pretty good understanding of the fundamental stuff, so I really just want to help him understand more so what I'm creating a little bit clearer of a picture. Like, I know he's a big, rude, pushy guy, but I think a lot of it is just he's not 100% sure of what the criteria is. So I want to get him slowing down and thinking things through and being a little bit more responsive, and I want to help him out by creating a little bit of clarity. So I really want to focus on creating a conditioned response to the words that I use, because dogs, they're not necessarily verbal creatures like how we are people. We communicate verbally mostly. Dogs are much more physical with body language and pressure and things like that. So because we use a lot of verbal, I want to help lessen the language barrier between species. So when I'm communicating with him, I'm going to be very specific with the words that I use. I'm not going to repeat myself a bunch of times. I'm not going to say a bunch of words in a sentence. I kind of want to keep it down to maybe his name to get his attention one time, command one time. If he doesn't do it, then I can help be a little bit more physical to help him understand what I'm asking. If he's not maybe motivated by what I have to offer, or he's motivated elsewhere. And then the markers. So a marker is going to be a word that marks a moment in time that I like something that he does or dislike something that he does. And the marker is going to announce the arrival of a possible reinforcer or pressure consequences, things like that. It's just going to bridge the gap between desired behavior, undesired behavior, and delivery of those things. So I have a couple of different markers to really help him understand what I'm looking for when he's doing a behavior. So we have the yes marker, which means, yeah, that means I like what you did. Come take something from me. It's going to be a terminal marker, meaning behavior is over. I just need you to come take something from me, a reinforcer. So like if I say, Rocky, yes, he doesn't have to do anything except come take that reinforcer from me. Versus if I ask him to sit, good is implying that I want him to keep doing that. I can pay him in behavior. And I want him to remain in behavior regardless of what he wants to do. So if he breaks behavior, I'm going to say no, and I'm going to put him back into behavior. I want to make sure that I help him follow through, because I think that's really where he lacks with understanding, is that he knows what the command is, but he doesn't necessarily commit to the command. He'll do it and then get up as soon as he gets his reinforcer. So I want him to understand that when I ask him to do something, I want him to keep doing it until he hears his terminal marker, okay, which means that the behavior is over. He doesn't have to do anything, that just means I'm done asking him to do that thing. So if I say okay and he just sits and stares at me, that's fine, which is usually what he does. Hey, please. Good. So I want him to have a much more neutral response to me moving and things like that. So if I'm running around, good. When I do something, I change what I'm doing, I want him to understand that I haven't released him out of behavior. So we're helping him kind of settle down, settle into behavior, and he's responding to the words that I'm giving him. He's now understanding what those words mean. Good. Good boy. That's my night again. And I don't want him doing anything differently unless I give him another command or I release him. And again, if he breaks behavior, which is at this stage of his training, that's what he does sometimes, and that's okay. That's a learning opportunity that I want to have with him. If he breaks behavior, I'm just going to tell him no, and I'm going to put him back into behavior. And that is a big thing for him, is making those mistakes here and there so that he knows what the rules are within behavior. Good. So we have, okay, he's a good boy. Come. We have sit. Good. We have down. Good. Which is the one that I find him kind of breaking the most. This is down. If I start moving around, he usually pops back up. Or if I say good and I go to give him a treat, sometimes he will eat me partway to take the treat. If he does that, I'm gonna stop giving it to him, tell him no, put him back into behavior, and then pay him. Good, there's nothing there. Okay. And then you saw me do place. Good. I'll go over the place command much more when we do our lesson together. Good boy, we have Rocky, come. Good. And then let's go, which is the heel. Good. Sit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, let's go. Another one that I've been doing with him is out, which is just him out, moving out of my space. I did that a little bit to help him understand boundaries. So the idea is I say out, step into his space, and then right now I'm just tossing a treat away so that he gets the muscle memory of moving away. Right? And that's gonna help with jumping and crowding and being rude and pushy and things like that. All right, good boy, that's what we're working on.